You asked me which group you could marry based off of blood group, and now I am delivering. First of all, let me begin by saying I'm not a matchmaker. And I am not God. Me, I believe that marriage is made by God and it is made for God. I believe that when it comes to marriages, there's three main compatibilities. One, medical compatibility or health. Two, financial compatibility or where is this money taking you? What are you going to do with it? And number three, spiritual compatibility. But I'm going to talk us through medical compatibility based off of blood groups because I know how bad this can be for people. I have had patients before who have like over 8 miscarriages and have failed to have children based on such things. And to be quite honest, it becomes very difficult for health workers to be able to help you when things have already gotten spoiled. Things have gotten a bit damaged and complicated because we did not have knowledge. Now, when these complications come, children have sickle cell disease. It makes things life can become so difficult. These feelings that we thought we had in the beginning, they die. That's what I'm saying. That's why I've always told you. When it comes to the second date, you test. If you're going to meet the person the first time, meet them, get to see. If you see something moving forward, tell them, let's go and first have tests and see. Because you do not know what is it that is going to happen. And the longer you wait, the more the feelings intensify. Gentlemen in the group was saying that the girls are refusing to be tested at the second date. She'll be like, it's too fast. One, if she refuses, is she the only one? If she refuses, is it the only one? Now, now let's say you're trying to say, but now you've gotten feelings, you want to stay there. When you get a child that has sickle cell disease, when that struggle comes, trust me, those feelings are going to die. Number two, if you begin trying to have a child and you have over 5 miscarriages and still failing, those feelings will not be there. To be quite honest, I feel like if things are not working, they're not working. Let's not force life. Now, let me give you some of these scenarios, okay? And then you see. So, when it comes to this compatibility, we have two things. We have either the A, B, O compatibility or the Rhesus compatibility. So, like I told you previously, the Rhesus groups are different. There is Rhesus D, Rhesus C, Rhesus E, but we use the Rhesus group D mainly for our assessment. And Rhesus can either be represented by plus or minus. This is basically you have a D or you don't have it. That is just how it is. Now for the ABO, you can either be blood group A, blood group B, blood group AB, or blood group O. Now let me make these things clear first. When it comes to the blood groups, there are some things we call genotypes, or what is the blood group made of. So for example, if you're blood group A, you can either be AO or you can be AA. These are not seen on the clinical assessment. When we do blood grouping and cross-match, we just give you results for this, not for this. These are not even necessarily important eventually in your clinical assessment. These are mainly for experiments, genetic studies, things like that. If a woman, we begin with the Rhesus, I want to give for hard time. This is mainly based on the mother. So this is the mother and this is the father of the child. If a woman is blood group positive or she's she's Rhesus plus, this is okay. If you're Rhesus plus, it means you have the D. The person who has no D is the one who fights people because the D is foreign to you. So because Tojina, if someone has this Rhesus plus, you're going to fight them. So if the mother is plus, it means she has it, okay? So if the man is Rhesus plus, here it is okay also, even if the man is minus. So the Rhesus compatibility problem comes in when the woman is the minus. A man, if it's minus, it is fine, it is okay if the woman is a plus. Now, if a woman is a minus, this is where we have to be a bit more critical. So if a woman is a minus, whether she's A plus, A minus, B plus, B minus, AB, or whatever it is, this is what it is that we be critical of. So if a woman is a minus and she gets a man who is a minus, here it is okay, you're safe. Because both of you don't have the D, the child you're going to have is definitely going to be a minus. When they cross, it will be a minus. You can't have a plus child. And this is good. It means your child will not fight. You will not fight the baby. If a woman now ends up getting a man who is a plus, this is where we have to be a bit more critical. Now, when you've met here, this is why it's important. Go to the hospital first. Run these tests before you get pregnant. The problem is people come when you've already gotten pregnant and you already had like 5 miscarriages, you do not know what is happening. Another factor I want you to know, if you've had an abortion or an ectopic pregnancy, something previously where you grew a child in your womb. If you have grown a child in your womb at any one point, it means you've had the possibility of the child's blood going into yours, and so your blood has been sensitized. You get it? It's like, imagine if, let me say, the woman is an army, yeah? And then there is rebels that come. So if rebels have come to you before, let me say that these rebels came in a particular technique, you'll be like, we know them. Even if they came like 10 years ago, when they come, you will not, they won't be foreign, meaning you have the ammunition, it's behind there, you kept it, but you're able to fight these rebels. If we are negative and negative, that's okay. If you're negative, the man is positive, this is why you look out. There is something called anti-D, kindly. If you're a woman of Rhesus negative, 1, if you're able to, kindly do not abort. If you're an ectopic pregnancy, kindly make it clear. For the moment you are a woman who is a blood group minus, this is something you must always look out for, because your blood will easily get sensitized to fight the other children who come forward. Now, we have that minus and that minus, the plus and the plus. If a man is blood group minus, this one is okay because the woman is the harbor. Now let me show you. If a woman is, for example, this is a woman's blood. If you're a woman and you are plus, even if the child is a plus, here we are going to swim nicely. Here we are very okay, no problem. If the child is a minus here, that we say, remember we said it is the minus that fights, because the minus doesn't have these soldiers. The minus doesn't have its D, so it will fight the foreigner. Meaning the mother may not fight the child who is the minus, but the child will then will try to fight the mother. But the baby cannot kill the mom. The baby cannot harm the mom. The baby, let me say, has about 34 mils of blood fully, yeah? And the mother has about 2 liters of blood in her body. This 34 mils cannot drown 2 liters and they go, but 2 liters can drown 30 mils completely and kill it. That is what we are basing on. Now, another thing that is here, if the mother is minus here, and the baby is minus, this is okay, because you see, they even look alike, so there's no problem. The problem is now if the baby is plus and the mother is minus. If the baby is plus and the mother is minus, the moment this plus makes its way and just drops like a small swim here, whether it is an abortion, the baby miscarried, or it is during delivery, any sort of interaction, the mother is going to fight this child. And trust you me, she will kill this child. Okay? This doesn't mean that the mother is one who hates the baby. Someone asks, will the mother be hating the baby? Will the what? No, it's just the blood is not compatible. The blood is simply not compatible. Okay? So that is how the mix is going to happen. That's why if you're a woman that is minus, take caution of the man that you get. If the man is a plus, kindly go to a hospital. There is now I am very happy to tell you about the For Every Stage of Woman campaign. I love this so much. Mary Stops Uganda is the one that is running it. Their main branch is at Forest Mall, if you do not know about it. For Every Stage of Woman is basically addressed to help women through every stage. During teenage stages, we have issues. During pregnancy, we have issues. During postpartum, we have issues. When we deliver, we have issues. When we are in menopause, we have issues. What Marisol is trying to do is to tell women about working with you through every stage so you have support. Marisops is basically a sexual and reproductive health facility, maternity, and all these things wellness. And now you as a man and a woman, you will have to come together to make a child. So obviously, it's not going to be one particular person that is in it, it is both of you. So therefore, get help. Please, when you try to get to know someone, get to know these things, because these things can be really, really frustrating. Believe me, I'm telling you. And even it becomes so difficult for us to be able to help you. If you had known earlier, you would have prevented them. Now, there's also about this ABO incompatibility. For it is just as simple as, one, if a woman, it's mainly because when a woman is blood group O. If she's blood group O, remember we said that blood group O are the universal donors. So blood group O here. So if the man is, let me say, blood group AB, and then the woman ends up having a child that is of that blood group O, it means that this, let me see how I can say it. This O is a universal donor, but only receives from O. So if you're to put it in safe terms, If a woman is blood group O, she's safer with a man of fellow blood group O, if that makes sense. But if these things are there, this one for it, unfortunately, is not able to, you're not easily able to prevent it. It's not as much preventable, but also it's something that we can treat. Hair babies end up coming out with things like jaundice. They are the ones which are worse conditions like erythroblastosis fetalis. These ones are a bit of the bigger complications, but we're able to handle them in the hospital. That's why it's important for you to be with medical workers under healthcare and supervision for you to get proper care. If a woman is blood group O, and let me say your husband is AB, let's say you have a baby who is AB or a baby who is A, it means that this baby, if the blood mixes, let me say she's like this, and she's O, the baby, let's say, is blood group A. If the blood of the baby mixes, it's like as if the baby is donating to the mother, okay? So the mother is obviously going to attack this one because I'm blood group O, me, I give everyone. If the baby tries to exchange and send me blood when during delivery, any sort of sensitization, if they try to give me blood, I am obviously going to attack them because I am a universal donor, not a universal recipient. The only one I will not attack is O. That is simply it. But there is different scenarios. There's something about if you find that also you have both Rhesus and ABO incompatibility, they are both different. All those things are different. It's important that you sit under health workers who are able to guide you. When I am here and I'm teaching you, I am not your doctor. I am your teacher who is a doctor, okay? These things are important that you sit with your healthcare provider. If you find me in a consultation room, I will be a doctor. I'm able to guide you because every person has customized plans. Our histories are different. One person may have aborted before or had a miscarriage before. One person hasn't. Maybe one has had an ectopic. One hasn't. One is just fresh. One is having miscarriages even without sensitization. Like all these things can be very complicated for different people. But sit under your healthcare providers. Microsoft is giving you this campaign. Let me know if you want to be knowing a bit more about these things. I'll be letting you know about camps that are running in the country, medically campaigns that are happening. They're able to educate you, guide you, walk your path because there's healthcare providers that are suitable for this and specialized in these types of treatment plans. So therefore, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Tell me if this For Every Stage of Woman campaign makes sense to you. Does it make sense to you? If it does, let me know what stages are most complicated. If you're a man, let me know, are you now going to start being more careful with how it is that you select a partner? Because you can't just keep going with your head. You're just going at your feelings, please. We need to start thinking. What are we rushing about overpopulating the world with problems? There's already no resources in the first place. So we could as well take our time and get the right people, the right persons who are healed, able to create better generations. That's just my take. Let me know what it is that you think, okay? Because when problems come, really, we want to be able to assist, but it's always easier when you had a bit of information before. If these things happen to you when you have the information, you can't blame anyone. But if they happen, you have no information, it's just very unfortunate. So let me know if you have any questions. Kindly like, share, subscribe. Subscribe to my YouTube channel is where now full videos are all going to go. And my Instagram has daily posts. Thank you very much. Class dismissed.